I know I'm a slacker and it's been forever, but eyebrow tutorial is finally here. And I get that I'm in a car and there's construction behind me, but my husband and I are on our way to his company party and I don't get ready very often, so I figure, hey, I'll just film the last of the video before we go to this party. So I'm super excited about this video. First, before I start the tutorial, I just have to say a huge shout out to 3 people that changed my eyebrow life. Yes. 1, Corinne from Arrow. She started the eyebrow obsession for me and told me about Anastasia. 2, Vivian, makeup artist. She's unbelievable. She also told me about Anastasia and taught me how to use this as well. This is the stencil that I used to use. I'll tell you more about this in a second. And Kelly, this is important, people, listen to this. Kelly from the Anastasia counter at City Creek in the City Creek Mall. Anastasia counter in Nordstrom at City Creek. She does brow waxing and she is the mastermind, and if you're gonna get your brows done, go to her. I don't care if you're from out of town. Come see Temple Square and then get an appointment with Kelly because she's the bomb. So that's where I'm gonna start my video. Eyebrows start by you not touching them or plucking them or doing anything to them. I do not touch or pluck them. I touch them, obviously. I do not pluck them in between my brow service at all. If you aren't from around here, aren't coming here, try to find a Nordstrom and an Anastasia counter, because the Anastasia brows, they just get it. Those people understand. They work with your eye. They configure with your eye. They work it perfectly for the angles of your face. I've never met anybody that doesn't use Anastasia that does it better. I only use the Anastasia products. Since I've had blonde hair, I use taupe, and sometimes I will go in just tiny bit with a dark brown, but I will tell you that a little bit in my tutorial. But back to Anastasia. If you don't have them, I would recommend ordering the starter kit with the stencils. I didn't live by Nordstrom, and I initially started my brows by myself because of the tutorials and like what I used with Anastasia. I know I'm not making sense, but I promise I will eventually. So on these stencils, it talks about where the brow should start and should stop and where the arch should be. And on your eye, I'll kind of explain it. So the ridge of your nose, between your nostril and the tip of your nose, you put a pencil, and that's where your brow should start. Like if it's not notched right there. So all of us have crooked faces, so it's going to be a little bit off, but if you base it off of something other than your nose, it'll look bizarre. So this one actually goes a little bit further in than this one, but that's okay because it's the shape of my face. And then the arch of your eyebrow should be between your middle of the pupil and the ridge of your nose. So like right there. Feel me? I can't see in a mirror, so it's probably a little off. And then the end of your eyebrow should be at the end of your eye, the tip of your nose, going forward like so. So I have big brows, but that's because I have bigger eyes. But if you shape it like that, it'll make your eyes look so much more full, and your eyebrows look so much more full. I used to have horrible eyebrows. I'll try to take a picture and send it, show it on the video. Like that's my biggest regret about high school. Like my eyebrows were atrocious. I would pluck like way over here. And then I started using Latisse on my eyebrows. That is the key, ladies, to growing your eyebrows out. Just use a little serum, just once, forward, backwards, once a night. I actually got a recommendation from a doctor to do that, and it works great. I actually stopped using it forever ago, like probably a year ago, and it still is growing in, and they grow in great. So yeah, I mean, I would just do that as far as if you're worried about growing them in. And then about penciling them in, I'm going to explain that all when I do the tutorial. I just wanted to do a couple quick things before I started, and I will show you how I do it. But to get it started, don't touch them. Use some serum to help grow. It doesn't have to be Latisse. It can be some off product. Maybe, oh, I shouldn't recommend that because I've heard some are a little bit sketchy, but that's what I use to grow my brows back. go to an Anastasia counter to get them waxed. And then once you have that done and you have a perfectly clean palette of what you're supposed to do, then I'm going to show you how I fill them in and make them beautiful. All right, you feel me? Okay, good. Okay, let's do this. So those are all my products I'm gonna use. I'm gonna start with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. It is amazing, it's my baby, it's all I use. I use the taupe color because I'm blonde. It has a brush and a teeny tiny tip on the end, which I love. That's why I use the Brow Wiz, because it isn't a huge pencil. It's tiny, so it gives the effect of little hair, which is what I want. I want more full eyebrows. So there, I'm just showing you how I shape it again on my eyes, and I'll start by just doing a little notch on the insides, and then I actually just brush them up, and I don't start by drawing on the inside first. I just notch it so I know where I'm going. I actually start on the bottom of my brow, and I start on the bottom, and I actually want to draw a line, as you can see here, all the way up to my arch. Now you can tell that I have a spot that I don't have hair on right after the bottom of my brow going up to my arch. It's so depressing. I went to a girl who wasn't Anastasia certified. She waxed my brows and made them the worst shape, and I cried for days. Just kidding, kind of. Well, anyway, thank goodness for the Brow Wiz, because now I just draw them in, and as you can see, I use teeny tiny little strokes as to give the effect of more hair. So I'm just gonna go straight from the bottom of my brow all the way to the arch, and then I'm just gonna fill in the rest with tiny strokes like you see here. And I'm gonna start filling in the other one just for a second, because I'm OCD and I have to make sure that they are as perfect as I can get. And eyebrows take forever for me. So after I am done with that, for the most part, I like to end with the Brow Wiz. Nope, not the Brow Wiz. Sorry, with Anastasia Brow Gel. Sorry, I was watching myself in the video like, what is my face doing? And I lost track of what I'm saying. So I use the brow gel, and I start in the middle of my brow, like you'll see here, and I go back with the gel. And then what's left on my brush, that's when I go towards the middle. I just don't want the middle of my brow to be too goopy. So I will end with that. And then I just love the gel because it helps keep my brows exactly where I want them to be, and then it dries and it keeps it so the color stays in place, and it gives it a little bit more of that full hairy effect that I love. And there you go. And then I'm actually, just for this video, I kind of do differently every time, so I'm just kind of showing you that here. I'm going to go in with my dark brown after I've done the brow gel and after I'm pretty much done, and I'm just going to add teeny tiny little strokes just to make it look like the effect again of hair, more full eyebrows. The dark brown is pretty dark. I like to use it while I'm blonde with my taupe, just because my brows are still kind of light if I just use the taupe, and I kind of like a more dramatic brow. So I'm just going to go in really lightly. You probably can't even tell a difference, but I like to finish it off with that. And there you go, there are my brows. Okay, so but I'm not done yet. I'm going to finish off with this Fit Me Maybelline concealer. It's my favorite drugstore concealer. And I'll just use a curved tip brush, and I just add a teeny tiny bit on the end, and I am just going to go in and finish off my brow. I'm just going to line my bottom brow with this concealer and really blend it in really, really well with the rest of my eyeshadow on my eye. And this I love doing when I have the time, which is pretty much never, but if I'm going out for like a photo shoot or a date and I have time, and my kids are acting well enough that I can do this, I really like it just because it gives the precision I want on my eyebrow. And like I said, I like it locked in as far as the color. I don't want eyebrow color going all crazy everywhere. So I love that that gives that effect. I think I'm almost done here. Thanks for watching my annoying video and my weird faces. Love my brows. If you have questions, email me. See you later. I think. Let's see. Yep, I'm done.